I needed to make sure that I liked my hair, my natural hair, how it grew out of my scalp. I was not allowed to call it ugly. I was not allowed to call it too much work. I was not allowed to call it hard. If I made a mistake and call my own hair coming out of my head hard, you would just like, and I would get that look. And he basically threatened that if it is I say my hair is hard or say these kind of things, that I will get punished. And the punishment basically is like, I mean, maybe I shouldn't say this on YouTube because it's not like child abuse, but basically the punishment for cursing or speaking improperly in the house or using swear words or and things like that, he will take our tongues out and he will take a needle and stick it. So if I spoke badly about my hair, I risked getting stuck with a needle on my tongue. And I was not having it. I felt like if it was too severe at the point in time. I think as I got older, it got easier. Because when I started to go to secondary school, the pressure was still there. And then I had a teacher called Miss Uzoma. And Miss Uzoma, I will never forget her because she was kind of scary. She had this kind of air about her when she walked. And she was a maths teacher. And I really look up to her, and I was kind of scared at how to say that. I look up to her, and you know, because she had this really Afrocentric kind of way about her. And she used to speak like this, and she just like this. She in her African print, and she will come out with her neckband, and she had her natural hair. It was short, and she would have like a headband. Or everything about her was just like screaming like Afrocentric vibes. And then when she spoke, she always spoke properly. Even when she got angry, I never heard her like swear. She would insult the student or say something, but in this really sophisticated way. You know she insulting you. But she just had this really like classy, she just had this way about her. And she really stuck in my head. And sometimes I was like kind of scared because for me, I never had a black teacher that had natural hair. She teach mathematics, but she teach like aesthetics also, just by the way how she was. And she's just in my hair. I mean, I remember being like scared. She wasn't mean or anything. She wasn't mean or anything, but I mean, I think being how I was and being natural and all those different things, and then seeing how she was and seeing how I was, because I would not speak. If ever I could meet her again, I would like her to be in a video here with me. I was like that timid girl. I was like the hyperventilator with the bath. She was the complete opposite. She would speak up for herself, and she spoke properly, and she would walk, and she would always have her shoulders back and her chest up. Her chin is like straight, her nose like, sorry, good afternoon. Basically looking like the type of person that my father probably wanted me to be. Maybe not in that exact light, but she loved herself. And I remember my father even mentioning, you know, look, your teacher, look how your teacher, you see how she hair is natural, and she loves herself, and she not ashamed of being black. So my parents basically, and especially my father, he found a lot of things in my head over the years. And besides like how I speak about my hair, and being around people that speak about my hair a certain way, better if it is I kept myself away from them. And the man that I choose to marry needs to be somebody that like, they had to be like so in love with this, is like, you know, they should probably love my hair more than me. I'm really happy about the lessons that I got. At the point in time, I wasn't happy about them at all. And I feel like, you know, kind of ungrateful. But at the end of the day, like when people say, oh, you're so strong and you're so confident and whatever, this was just my education. And it was just like a big no-no. Although every single member of the family from my father's side mother's side was like, you need to relax that dada hair on your head. You're not going to get no work with it. When you go for interview, you feel they're gonna take you serious when you go with that unprofessional thing on your head. You're mad or what? These is the kind of things I just like hearing all the time. And I think going through secondary school was like hard. It was hard, but I saw like one or two natural people, but they had more like mixed hair. Miss Uzoma was one of those people that when she saw my natural hair, she was like, your hair is really beautiful, it's really thick, it's really rich. And I don't know, it just broke. It's like something broke because I never heard it really. And when I heard it, I don't even want to say this because this is going to like make a big thing. She was one of the first black persons to say that about my hair. One of the first, besides my parents, black person of African descent that I had met over, I was like maybe 14 years when I met her, or when she told me that, I was 14, that told me that. It's not that people didn't like say thing, but you know, when you're going to school and when you're doing things, you mix with your peers, you mix with people who look like you, as some people say. I didn't necessarily reach out because I was like that person in the corner, as I said, like minding my business, facing the book kind of girl, not talking and blabbing like how I'm blabbing now on YouTube. You wasn't getting that 10 years ago. Oh wait, 15 years ago, that still wasn't really going on. That kind of come out the last few years. Black person to say it, and it's kind of hard for me to say it because I did hear things like my hair is unique and that my hair is pretty and things like that, but believe it or not, I mean, you could believe it, probably you hear it already on you. The people that did not like my hair was the people who look like me. So this is even more the reason why that I couldn't believe what my daddy was telling me. So this video is getting way longer than expected. I don't think I cover everything because I think I get a little emotional in the video. My mind just started to spin all over the place. Think carefully about what I was going to say, but still. But to wrap it up, I wasn't allowed to do anything damaging to my natural hair. I needed to learn to love my natural hair. I was repeated scriptures on a daily basis, on a regular basis, as reassurance that this hair is the closest to God's hair. Yes, I said this hair is the closest to God's hair. This hair is the closest to the Son of God's hair. Even the color of my skin as well. We'll cover that in the next video. You know, the bronze color, all of that. I was not allowed to go out with anybody or be around people that, you know, constantly degraded my hair or tried to make me feel less than I was because of the beautiful hair that God put on my scalp. This fluffy. And I will talk about that in the next video too. Thank you all so much for watching, and before you click off of this video, please put down below what lessons your parents gave you about your hair, or what lessons as a female did your father give you about your hair. I know our mothers usually say really important stuff, but I think it's important to know what it is your fathers taught us, because I think it have a lot to play also with you know, who we choose to marry and how we look at men and things like that. But you know, that's just my opinion. So just tell me below. I would like to hear, and I will see you all next time. And if you reached this far in the video, thank you so much for being that percentage that is just not just 1 minute and 30 seconds. Thank you for watching the whole video.